Hello, everyone. So I just want to go ahead and go over what we're going to be doing for the remainder of the week and what you'll be going into for next week. So if you go ahead and look at the class calendar, you'll notice that it's already filled in for the remainder of assignments for the rest of the quarter or for the rest of the term. And so what we're going to be working on after you turn in your journal article analysis on Sunday is we'll be looking at the annotated bibliography, which will be next Friday. And so I have an example. This is posted on Blackboard already for you to kind of look at like what would be a reference for what the journal article analysis would look like. Just to keep it in mind, the way that we're working, to look at the assignment flowchart, everything that you've been working on from here on out has been based upon your controversial research topic, be that gun control or Planned Parenthood or the border or immigration or what have you. And so cryptocurrency. So now that we've already done the hot newspaper and you've already contained 3 newspaper sources about that, related to the controversial topic, and you've done a journal article analysis, and you've already gotten another 3 journal articles as we were prepping for this upcoming paper that's due on it's due Sunday, you've already amassed about 6 sources so that are related to your controversial topic. So now what we're looking for is 10 sources minimum for the final paper. And you can use the sources that you found from the news workshop and the journal workshop. So this is going to be, so you're not going to have to start from scratch getting 10 sources. I want you to be able to use as many sources as you can that you've already found that are related to your controversial topic, and then just keep finding more of them. So theoretically, if you already found 3 good newspaper sources and 3 good journal article sources, then you really only have to find 4 more sources, 2 more newspapers, 2 more journals at the minimum. Then once we do that, we're going to be working on our annotated bibliography. So what that would be looking at, that would be going ahead and giving a breakdown of the sources that you plan on using for your final paper. And so the assignment intent right here is to complete your research index. So you've already done the research needed for the final. That's the intent. And then we'll go down, and then you'll go ahead and formulate an outline that'll be coming up the following week after that, and then we'll set up our presentations and final. And so that's going to be the next thing that we work on. So when we look at the annotated bibliography, give you an idea of what we're talking about here, is you're going to go ahead and you'll notice that on the prompt for the annotated bibliography, there's a kind of a template of how that looks. And what you'll do is you'll go ahead and put your journal articles first, and you'll put them in the alphabetical order of the authors. And then you'll go ahead and put in the APA or Chicago citation, the full citation, and then you'll give a brief summary of what was covered within that journal article. This is kind of basically creating an index of everything that you're going to be using, and at a certain point it requires you to actually, have gone through and reviewed in some capacity the actual source that you're using. That way you're familiar with it by the time that you're actually starting to use it for the outline and subsequently for your presentation and your final. And so you'll notice with each one of these, it goes into the full citation, and then it gives a brief summary. That it's 50 to 100 words typically, so it's not going to be anything too crazy. And then you'll notice after that, the newspaper articles are included, and then you'll include the full citation, including the URL, the web link for the actual newspaper source, similar to what you did with when you first were looking at those sources and pulling them and giving kind of a description. You can go ahead and use those descriptions that you've already done for your newspaper and journal article analysis. When you did your workshops, you were required to go ahead and give a brief summary of what they are. Feel free to use those. There are some questions that are to be asked about like what was covered and all of that, but that's typically what I asked you beforehand. So just be sure to review that in the prompt. That'll be available on Blackboard. So that would be something that I would encourage you to do. So the last thing that you'll also want to check out, just to kind of give you a better idea of what's going on, is I would encourage you to go ahead and check out Blackboard. And if you check out Blackboard, you'll see that I've put back in the videos lectures on searching for news articles and research articles, and then also the class calendar is up here ready to go, and it's already been filled out, and it goes through May, including accounting for the week of finals and presentations. We'll be having presentation sign up soon. You'll be seeing something that says Presentation Center included in here, and I'll be sure to point that out via email soon. And then you'll notice that the annotated bibliography prompt is here along with the annotated bibliography example. So if you click on that, that's the actual example paper that I offer for you to kind of have a reference. Be sure when you submit your annotated bibliography, please submit it as a PDF, and also name your file in that order: last name _ first name, then put AB for annotated bibliography, and then include your section number. And then these are these, be sure to order the citations in alphabetical order by author's name and include the following information in your summary. Each one of these could be like a sentence long. So by the time you're done, you've written, 4 or 5 sentences really, and it reaches the 50 to 100 word form requirement. And then you'll notice that this is what the format should look like. And the example is basically that, that guideline filled out, as you'll notice. And then also I have, just a reminder, the journal article analysis is due by Sunday. So be sure to include your, be sure to use the Google Drive link to go ahead and drop that off, and please include it as a PDF. Other than that, that's what I have for you. If anything else, please email me or go ahead and see me in office hours. I will be sending out an email later on today. Thank you very much, and I'll be sure to talk to you all soon.